Kennedy, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top Netflix picks. I'm just going to be talking about my favorite Netflix shows so far. So if you guys are in need of some good Netflix shows that will, 1, waste time, 2, distract you from all the terrible things happening in this world right now, and 3, maybe you just want some Netflix shows because you're bored as and you just need some entertainment. All the shows that I'm about to mention, I have all watched, and I highly recommend that you go watch them. So without further ado, let's just get on into this video. Okay, so I separated my favorites list into 4 categories. So for the first category, we're going to be talking about comedies. I think that it's safe to say that the first show that I'm about to recommend is my favorite show of all time. I have seen this show, I am not kidding, 5,000 times all the way through, again and again. There are 9 seasons and I have seen all of the seasons like at least 30,000 times each. And if you guys haven't seen it, you better get on it. So the first show that I have is The Office. So The Office is about a paper company, and it sounds boring, but literally it is the funniest show on the entire planet. It's just about people working at an office, but the characters are so crazy. Some of them are just insane and so outrageous, but then some of them are so relatable, and you can really just see the contrast. And it's just, The Office is the best show in the entire world, and nobody can argue differently. Like, if you've seen The Office, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, what the f are you doing? Okay, the next show that I'm going to talk about is actually by the same writers and producers. It is Parks and Rec. So Parks and Recreation is basically the same concept. It's about people who work in the Parks and Recreation part of government in a little town in Indiana called Pawnee. And it is the funniest thing. Amy Poehler is in it.
Rob Lowe is in it. Rashida Jones is in it. Retta is in it. I'm just naming all the people. Chris Pratt is in it.
There are so many really good people in it. The cast is just amazing and the show is hilarious. So I highly recommend that you guys watch that. So if you guys have seen The Office, you've seen Parks and Rec, and you want a show that's similar, I highly recommend The Good Place. Now, The Good Place is such a good show starring Kristen Bell, and it's about, I don't want to like give too much away, but basically, where do you go after you're dead? And then make that a comedy instead of some religious weird thing. So the 4th season is actually coming out soon. I don't know when it's coming out, but I will definitely cry after I see it because it's such a good show, and I'm just really sad that it's gonna end soon. Another very similar show is called Community. Community is such a funny show. I have not watched the full thing yet because we're watching it as a family right now, but it is the most hilarious show. It's very similar to The Office and Parks and Rec, but it's so funny and it's so unique, and the humor is just so smart. The writing is insane. Just go watch it. It's on Netflix right now. Please watch it. Okay, so if you guys really like animated TV shows, which I'm actually not a fan of, but when I watched Big Mouth, my whole world changed. Big Mouth is animated, but it's so funny and it's very inappropriate, so just make sure that your parents are okay with you watching it because it is a mature show, but it is so funny. And my favorite human being in the entire planet, Nick Kroll, plays like half the characters and writes the show, and it's so funny and it's comedically genius. Like, it's so funny. Okay, here's a show that I'm like 100% sure that you guys haven't heard of. It is called I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. Now, if you guys don't know, Tim Robinson was on SNL but got fired, but the guy is funny. Like, he has really funny ideas for comedy sketches. So it's basically like SNL, but funnier. The sketches are just so funny and the ideas are so relatable, and if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's like SNL, but like 10 times better, so go watch it. Okay, so the next show is kind of old school, but if you guys want to have a little blast from the past, a little TBT moment, if you will, I highly recommend that you rewatch or watch for the first time Victorious. Victorious is just one of those childhood shows that will really get you in the feels, really get you in the, I'm really old now and I was really little when I watched this. I can't believe I didn't understand that joke kind of show. It'll take you back a couple of years and you'll kind of remember what it's like to be a child. It's just a really funny show, so highly recommend. Okay, the next show that I have, I will definitely get bullied hardcore for liking the show, but I don't care. Like, I don't care about your opinions. Like, you guys, if you haven't seen Haters Back Off by Colleen Ballinger and her brother Chris Ballinger, like, if you're not a Miranda stan, get off of this video. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to communicate with you. go, leave, okay? Because Miranda Sings is the most iconic YouTuber in the entire world, and I love Colleen, and I actually went to a Miranda Sings show, and it was so good, and it was so funny, and I really think that you guys would like it. If you like just like a fun, entertaining, lighthearted show, it has some emotional depth in it too. I would recommend Haters Back Off. Okay, the next show is for all my Ben Platt lovers out there. If you don't know who Ben Platt is, also you can leave, but it is The Politician. I can guarantee that if you are a Ben Platt fan, then you already know what The Politician is, but if you are new and you don't know who Ben Platt is or what The Politician is, let me give you a rundown. It is the best show and you should go watch it. Gwyneth Paltrow is in it, and if that doesn't convince you enough, I don't know what will. It's a hilarious show about a kid who eventually wants to become president, and it's really cool. It is funny, and you should go watch it. Go do it right now. But after you're done watching this video. But right after, go watch it. All right, the next show that I recommend you guys go watch immediately, if you haven't already, is Glee. Glee just, oh my God. I don't even know what to say about it. It's just an amazing, really well-rounded show. If you guys are into musical theater, singing, dancing, acting, whatever, then this show is definitely for you. It is entirely about singing and dancing, so I highly recommend if you guys like that. Even if you don't, I think the show is kind of for everyone, really. It's funny, it's emotional, there are some sad parts, it's a lot of drama, there's a lot of high school drama, so if any of those things sound interesting to you, highly recommend. Also, Glee is a show that will probably take you a long time to get through because there are a lot of seasons and a lot of episodes, so it's a good time waster. The next show I have is Creek. 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 Okay, this is the word I'm talking about. You guys know it's not a bad word, it's the name of a town, okay? This is a geniusly funny show. It's so, the timing, the comedic timing, like I could geek about the show like all day. It's so funny and the acting is incredible and the tone is incredible. I don't even know how to explain it to you. If you guys haven't already seen this show, what are you doing with your life? Go watch it. It is so funny. Okay, the last show in the comedy section is Gilmore Girls. Now, Gilmore Girls is just a classic. I watched this show with my mom and my brother, and it's a show about a mother and a daughter and their relationship and their entire life, and it's so funny and the comedy is so quick. That's what I really like about the show, is that the delivery of the lines is so fast and it's such a style of comedy that's very like interesting, and it makes you laugh so much. So I highly recommend watching Gilmore Girls, especially if you guys have like family to watch a show with. I would recommend this as a family show. The next category we're going to talk about is high school shows. So the first high school show that I have is All American. So if you guys don't already know, All American is about this kid. Okay, All American is about this kid who's really good at playing football, and he moves to Beverly Hills, and there's all that like Beverly Hills kind of high school drama going on. And then there's that whole like, oh, but my home is Crenshaw. Like, I laugh because there's a lot of like memes about the show, and there's like a lot of funny TikToks making fun of the show. I recommend the show. Like, I enjoyed the show. I thought it was good. Is it the best show ever? No, but is it like a good show and you'll like it and you'll want to watch more? Definitely. It's just that after like seeing all the memes about it, I kind of have a different perspective on it. But while I was watching the show, I did really enjoy it. So, okay, the next show is Gossip Girl. It's just like your classic high school, rich, Upper East Side drama, so I highly recommend watching that. On My Block is also a really good show. It's a high school drama. It has a similar vibe to like The Goonies or Outer Banks, where they're trying to find a treasure. So if you guys like Outer Banks, you would definitely like On My Block. We will get into Outer Banks later, but that is also one of my recommendations for another category. Riverdale is really good. You probably already know what Riverdale is, so I don't really think I have to explain it too much, but I recommend the show. I really like it. It's really fun. It's very high school drama-y, so if you guys like those kind of shows, go watch it. Also, Never Have I Ever is a new show written by Mindy Kaling, and it's funny and it's relatable to some people. It's like, there have also been a lot of memes about it, so like, I don't know. I thought it was really good, but that's also because I'm a sucker for high school dramas, so if you guys don't like that, then maybe you won't like this, but if you do, I recommend it because it's like funny, it's relatable,
It's quirky.
I hate how I'm describing this. Let's move on. Ooh, okay. If you guys want a show that is deep and dark and emotional. You probably already know where this is going, but 13 Reasons Why is a very good show. It is very high school drama oriented. It deals with a lot of things that are really sad. So if you guys don't like sad or scary, I mean, it's not scary, but like, if you guys don't like sad or kind of eerie shows, then this might not be the one for you. But the new season just came out and it is so good. I'm on like episode 5, I think, and it's really good. And I can't wait to watch more. Okay, so the next category we're going to talk about is documentaries. I only have 2 because I haven't found any ones that I'm absolutely obsessed with, but the 2 that I am are number 1, Cheer, which is about a really competitive cheer squad, and they are preparing to go to nationals and compete, and it's all about the process, and you really kind of learn about the sport that's not really that popular, which is cheer, like competitive cheer, and it's very intense, and it's very dramatic, and I really like it, so would recommend. And the second documentary we have is Tiger King. If you haven't seen Tiger King yet, then like, I will say though, if you're a very animal rightsy person and you don't like seeing animal abuse or things talking about animal abuse, then I wouldn't recommend this. But I am an animal lover and I'm fine with the show because it's such a weird, it's just crazy. The things in this show are insane. Like, if you guys have seen it, you know why I'm like saying, I just have no words. It's such a weird show, but it's so interesting and like so entertaining, and you will not want to stop watching the show. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, so the last and final category we're going to be talking about is drama/action. I don't really know how to word this, like miscellaneous, I don't really know. Genres kind of confuse me. Anyway, so the first show that I want to talk about is Outer Banks. I mean, he's in it, so of course I want to watch it, and he's in it, so of course I want to watch it. So if you haven't already seen Outer Banks, then why? Like, why? Where have you been? Okay, the next show that I want to talk about is The Blacklist. Now, I actually haven't seen a lot of people watch the show. Like, the only people I know who watch it are me and my brother. So I don't know, but I'm watching the show with my brother and it's so good. It is about the FBI, and there is a blacklist of wanted criminals that are kind of not really known well but are super bad people, and like it's about the FBI taking them down. And then there's this whole like other situation that happens. But one of my favorite actors in the entire world is one of the main characters. James Spader plays Raymond Reddington, and it is so good. His acting is just amazing. If you guys like action, FBI, those types of shows, then you would really like The Blacklist. Okay, the last show that I'm going to talk about is Umbrella Academy, and Umbrella Academy is a super good show for literally anyone. It's funny, it has a lot of drama, it has a lot of action. It's like a fun, cool, fun show. But I'm really excited because season 2 is coming out quite soon. And I'm very excited to see it because season 1 ended off with like a huge cliffhanger, and I want to know what happened. So if you guys stuck around and are still watching this video, I want to say thank you so much. I hope you guys will take one of these Netflix suggestions. Honestly, all of the shows that I mentioned, I absolutely love. And if you've seen everything on this list, first of all, let's be best friends. And second of all, comment down below your Netflix suggestions. Maybe you have some that I left out. I want to know. Anyway, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also comment down below another video you guys may want to see. If you want to see a part 2 to this where I mention movies that I like, I'll do it. Just comment it and I'll do it. But if you don't, I won't do it. So comment. As always, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I post on Wednesdays and Sundays. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. Toodles!